Hello everybody, Chris Judd at Naples Boat Mart again. Every once in a while I like to throw in some educational videos and not just a bunch of sales pitches and presentations of products. So this week I figured I would put a little something out there in front of everybody with regard to preventative maintenance of your boat. There are a lot of seasonal residents here in Southwest Florida, so the importance of that maintenance is a bit more than most people are expecting. Sometimes people think just because they don't use their boat, that means they don't have to service it, and that's just not true. So the preventative maintenance schedule is pretty much across the board. If you buy a brand new boat, you got to take into consideration that the manufacturers recommend, and we support this, the first 20-hour inspection. Your 20-hour inspection is basically just a bit of time with a tech on board to do diagnostic scans, compression checks, retorque some head bolts, just some general overall maintenance initially to make sure that the engine is breaking in as it should. Exchange of lubricants and that stuff, not so much because they need to be replaced, but also they need to be inspected. So make sure there's no water in the lower unit, no contaminants in the engine oil, discoloration, that kind of stuff. So that's your 20-hour service. Subsequent to that, you're going to have an annual maintenance, or what we call a 100-hour service. So the 100-hour service is not just 100 hours. The rule of thumb there is generally once a year or every 100 hours, whatever comes first. So if a boat is 3 years old and does not have 100 hours on it yet, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be serviced. It means that it should have been serviced annually as opposed to the hourly rule of thumb. So just remember that, very important. As we get into the upper range of hours, 300 hours, 500 hours, 1,000 hours, then there are still the traditional services that are going to be performed, but there are some things that are going to be added as those engines get a little bit older. But for most of our clients down here in Southwest Florida, we don't see as much of that. It's more of just the traditional annual or 100-hour services. So, moral of the story is this: service your boats. The four-stroke outboard power is extremely, extremely reliable. Yes, it's quiet and fuel efficient and all the other great stuff that we're looking for. But big message there is that these engines will last likely far longer than most of us. So something as simple as the annual investment, and on the flip side of that coin, for the boater that uses their boats a lot, and maybe we're putting 100 hours a year on that engine in 6 months. Well, that's a different topic. Instead of the annual service, that becomes a 6-month service, and we follow the hour rule as opposed to the timing rule. So again, once a year or every 100 hours, whatever comes first. So I appreciate the time, everybody. Please, if you have any questions about any of this and any other items that might be boating related, again, it's Chris Judd at Naples Boat Mart. My cell number 239-289-4119. Please give me a call. Always glad to be a resource for anything that I can. My time will never cost you a penny until we sit down and write the deal. So again, I sincerely appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much for the time. Hope to talk again soon.